Greetings to all learners. I am a faculty of Social Sciences at SRN International School, Jagatpura, Jaipur. I welcome you all to the official YouTube channel of our school. Dear students, today I am taking the topic the world population from grade 12th Geography textbook NCERT. The topics that we would be covering in today's subject video are concept of population growth, the components of population change, that is birth rate, death rate and migration, demographic transition theory and population control measures. So dear children, let's get started. So the very first thing is, what is population growth? Population growth, it refers to the change in the number of inhabitants of a territory during a specific period of time. That means that if a place A is there and whatever population change has been done in that place over a particular period of time, that change will be called as a population growth. A population growth may be negative or it may be positive. Population growth also determines the economic development and social upliftment of a particular region. When the growth of population, it is expressed in percentage, it is called as the growth rate of population. Now, let's see what are the components of population change. The components of population change can be broadly classified as birth rate, death rate, and migration. Now, let's talk about these components one by one. The very first is crude birth rate, also known as CBR. Whenever we are talking about the population change, it is a very promising or important factor. We all know that birth plays an important role in the population change. Crude birth rate or CBR is the number of live births in a year per thousand of population. It is expressed by the formula CBR equals to B upon P multiplied by 1000, where B is the number of live birth and P is the population of that place. The next factor is crude death rate or CDR. Like birth, death also plays an active role in population change. As birth was deciding the population change, death also plays an important role here. Crude death rate or CDR means number of deaths in a year per thousand of population. It is expressed as the formula CDR, that is D upon P multiplied by 1000, where D is the number of deaths in a year, P is the population of that particular place. Now let's talk about migration. What is migration? When people move from one place to another place, it is called as migration. The literal meaning of migration is the movement. It may be permanent, it may be temporary, or it may be seasonal. There are two sets of factors which influence migration. These are categorized as push factors and pull factors. Now let's talk about these push and pull factors in detail. Now let's talk about these push and pull factors of migration. As you can see, push factors and pull factors, they are very important in determining the population change. When we talk about the push factors, these factors, they push out an individual out of that place. They make the place very less attractive. For example, few jobs, the conditions of war, famine, and natural disasters. All of these make any place very less attractive. Hence, the person is forced to leave that place and to move to another place. The place which attract them is the new place, and the factors that are attracting the individuals are the pull factors. They may be better healthcare facilities, health and hygiene, good job opportunities, education, and safety. All of them are attracting the individuals towards themselves. Now, let's talk about a prominent theory in population change, that is demographic transition theory. The theory tells us about the transition of population from an agrarian population to an urban and literate population. So, many years ago, the population seemed to be an agrarian population. It was completely dependent on agriculture, and of course, the population was rural as they were settled in the rural places. They were not literate, means the population was illiterate. So, that is a symbol of backwardness. The people were backward over there and they were not aware of the things that were going on with them. The birth rate as well as death rates were both high at that time because of the absence of the medical facilities. So, this was the phase when the population was completely rural, illiterate, dependent on agriculture, backward, and it was having high birth rate and death rate. From this particular phase, the transition took place towards urban and industrial population, where people have started migrating to the urban places when they have started choosing employment in industries. They have also started gaining literacy. So from the phase of backwardness, they were moving to an era of development. This was the phase where people were experiencing low birth rate as well as low death rate because of the awareness that were created among themselves. So that was a transition which happened long year ago and plays an important role in the population change. Now let's talk about a few population control measures. Whenever we are talking about population control measures, we often talk about a term called as family planning. What is family planning? Family planning is actually the spacing or preventing the birth of children. It is a significant factor because it limits the population growth and of course improves the women conditions. Whenever we are talking about these population control measures, contraceptives, fertility awareness, they are coming as some of the measures which can help population control. So dear students, that's all for the day. I hope you have liked the video. So kindly like, share and comment on the video. Also subscribe our channel SRN International School. Thank you. Take care.